All right, welcome to the bullwaves.org long-term Elliott wave count for crude oil. You're looking here at the weekly chart, and on the weekly chart, I'm tracking a long-term three-wave pattern to the downside, an ABC pattern, and this pattern does suggest that the downside in crude is not complete just yet, that we definitely have another leg down to go. Before I get into the chart, let me just point you over to bullwaves.org. Get over there, check out the blog, and check out the top articles. Also, get yourself on the email list, so every week I send out free Elliott wave updates to all you fine people on the email list. So make sure to drop your email in there, and we'll keep in touch. Without further ado, let's get into the long-term count. Okay, so off the all-time high back in 2008, in June, this time in 2008, so 10 years ago actually now at this stage, June 2008, we had 147, I think it was, 147.60 or something. Off that high, with a catastrophic collapse down to $32 or $30 area. I think that was about 87% or 80% collapse in a very short period of time. That was about 6 months in pretty much directly downhill action. Off that 2008 low, we've kind of undergone a very flat period in prices. I mean, there've been, on a long-term chart, there's been very little net change. I mean, we're back right up at the $70 mark, which we were already, prices already reached in late 2009. So for 9 years, we've been just kind of cycling around this $75 mark. All right, off the 2008 low, we had three waves up in wave B. The initial move down was wave A. We had three waves up in wave B, and since the wave B high, that would be 2011, we've been working on this 5 waves down in wave C. There's a few interpretations for this particular account, but I think overall we're still working on wave C down of this larger degree ABC pattern. And you can see in wave C, we've had wave 1, wave 2, and extended wave 3 down into the 2016 low. And then off the 2016 low, we've had a corrective rally in wave 4. And that corrective rally, it was in 3 waves. And it's completing probably, as I speak, it's probably completing. And we should get a further run to the downside in wave 5, which should complete below wave A. And wave A was about $32. So we're probably talking about another $40 collapse in crude prices again. Well, obviously, the long-term count is all well and good, but you have to get wave patterns lining up at a lower degree in order to confirm the long-term count. So let's get into the daily chart, and we'll see how that's lining up. So that's our 3-wave correction in wave 4, and you can see it fits nicely within a parallel trend channel. We've got 3 waves up in A, we've got a contraction triangle in wave B, and we've got 5 waves up in wave C. And again, you can parse this this pattern in a couple of different ways, but I think it's still it's best read as a 3-wave correction to the upside in a possible wave 4. And now we're looking at the initial moves down off the high into wave 5. I think wave 5 will probably breach the below 30, maybe even the low 20s to complete. Let's see what the so we've got 3 waves up in wave 4 complete. Let's see what the initial move off the high looks like if we're lining up to decline into wave 5. So there is a decent chance that we have wave 1 and wave 2 in square bracket labels here complete in brown. So 1, 2 to the downside, and there's a good chance also that we have another 1, 2 pattern completing at the moment in wave 3 to the downside. So we could be talking about wave 1, 2, and wave 3 underway. So that'll be 2 degrees of impulse waves to the downside complete. Obviously, we need prices to stay below 72.90 on the upper end and 68.70 on the high of the wave 2 low here, or sorry, the high of wave 2 there. But in terms of the long-term count, I think the 3-wave pattern is clear, that is pretty complete now at this stage, and we should be moving down. We'll probably see the creation of a larger degree right shoulder here along this top. So we have a left shoulder in place at the head, and we'll probably see a right shoulder come into form over the next few months, and then we'll see acceleration to the downside in wave 5. So that's the long-term count for crude oil. Make sure you get over to bullwives.org and get your name on that email list, and we'll keep in touch. Thanks so much for watching, and check out the other long-term videos. Bye-bye.